Hi. Ew, I did that YouTuber shit. Oh my gosh, I'm probably gonna cut a bunch of this shit up. This is totally unscripted. It's 5 a.m. on the dot, and I can't sleep. Why? Significant other problems. Or should I say X? X problems. Nothing that the X is doing right now. It's just that I'm fucked up. And I can't stop thinking about the X. About a month ago, my ex and I broke up after knowing each other for a decade and being together for like 6 years. Not fun. Not fun at all. And I thought I was dealing with it fine. And I was actually like, I wouldn't say okay with it. Obviously, I'm not gonna be okay with that. And I don't want to give too many details about the relationship and how it happened. I'm just here to talk about my feelings about it and like how I'm feeling. I hate keeping stuff inside so bad. As much as I like to, I keep stuff inside because I hate being vulnerable. Ooh, but it's too much for me. It's like way too much for me. Anyways, did some drinking, did some spending money. And then recently I've been feeling it. Did some other stuff, and none of it helped. It helps for like a split second. At the end of the day, you're still alone, and what happened still happened. There, you know, doesn't really help at all. Anyways, I was looking through old messages on our phone, on my phone, and then I had to go to class, so I put my phone in my pocket, and I guess I called them, and then I took that as a sign from God to like call him back or whatever, and I did. And let's get this straight. I wasn't going into that conversation. I was going into that conversation not expecting to get back together. I had some problems I wanted to discuss. I was gonna hear them out, see how they felt, and you know what? I was gonna be honest and say what I was doing while we were together and while we were broken up. Don't worry, I didn't do anything that would violate our relationship while broken up, but just stuff that I didn't want to keep hidden anymore. I was, this is gonna be ironic later on, but I was finding myself and like doing stuff that I wouldn't normally do. And I kind of liked it, but I was scared to tell them based on past previous conversations. Anyway, that was the plan. And like I was gonna say, I've been doing this and I've been doing that, and I actually kind of like it. And if you can't support me, in the same way I've supported you, then it's okay. We don't have to be together. We don't even have to be friends if you don't want to. But yeah, because I was tired of feeling there's other stuff that not just behind this stuff, but there's other stuff I was tired of feeling. And again, I'm not gonna get into it. I was feeling like really unloved, and just by the stuff they were doing, or rather not doing. And that was the plan. But no, it did not go that way. It started off how I thought it would, where we talked about what happened. And after that, it took a surprising dive. It was not good. I don't. I also think they thought it was not good about what they were talking about. They said they changed in the month we weren't together. I think it was probably more than that. What they perceived. I wouldn't say what I was. What they perceived I was not what they wanted in a partner. Oh, imagine that. Not a good feeling to feel. they figured I should go find myself and explore myself and develop hobbies and become more mature. As in, not like I'm making fun of them, but that's the word they used. They also said that we're looking for someone more practical and more sensible. And when I tried to ask specific examples of like what that meant, they couldn't give any. To me, it sounded like editing me here. What I was trying to say was it sounded like they had like this cobbled up idea of someone they would want to be with because of the lack of explicit examples of what they were looking for and explicit examples of why I was not those things. The feeling that I had was that they were not really sure, and maybe they were like seeing stuff that they'd like to see in themselves and like putting that onto me, like a little bit of projection. That's just how it felt. Everything that they were saying came off very emotional. There was nothing that they could point to that was wrong. And I only got a couple things that I could kind of maybe piece together of what they were looking for in somebody. They also said that I had like potential. Again, they said that this wasn't the choice they were making for me, but it really sounded like they really wanted this. There was no fighting for me to try to fix it right there, right then. And then again, I don't think anything I could have said or done would have fixed it or made us get back together in that moment because they were just so adamant on me having my own time to develop myself and it would be really good for me and there's so much potential in me and I haven't changed since high school and my brain isn't fully developed, which I'm pretty sure is a myth. Your brain doesn't stop developing at 25 and all this other stuff. And to a degree, I agree on something. I get what they were saying. And as much as I wanted to get back together in that moment, I knew even if I showed willingness to change and be what they wanted, one, they couldn't tell me what they wanted, specifically and explicitly everything they wanted in a partner. And two, I'm sure the words coming out of my mouth wouldn't have done anything. I think their perception had to have changed. They'd have to see something in me. I said, okay, cool. And I cried a bunch. Again, I didn't go in, obviously, I wanted to get back together. I didn't go in expecting to get back together. I wanted closure. I wanted answers. I wanted to say what I wanted to say, but I couldn't say what I wanted to say because they had the problem. And, oh, sorry, they didn't say it was a problem. They they changed, and what whatever the changes happened to them, um, superseded what I wanted to say. They seemed really adamant on everything. And it's really hard when I'm not all there and like you're all alone in this city that you are not the biggest fan of. And everyone you knew and love is kilometers away from you. Thousands, in the thousands of kilometers away from you. And you have no friends out here because the people in your program are not like you. And you know what? That's fine if they're not like me. And I don't need anyone to be like me. But I'd rather hang out with people who are like me and they are not like me. Not in like I'm one like I'm not saying I'm unique. I'm not unique in the slightest. Basically the gist of it is that like I'm alone up here. I'm not saying they were my only support system, but they meant a lot to me. You spend the last decade with somebody, and you may like them a lot. Whoa, Shocker, I know. Of course, I'm a little. I got a little torn up about it. Um, yeah, I got torn up about it. It really stung to hear that someone you spent the last decade trying to please and like supported, cared for, and envisioned spending the rest of your life together, suddenly tells you that you're not you're not what they're looking for in a partner. I won't say it came out of nowhere. Well, it did. That fact did, but it's not like I was unaware of some underlying. I wasn't aware of all of them, of some underlying issues. And I just have a hard time coming to terms with that switch. As in love and dedicated to this person I am, I can't beg for them back. I can't do any of that because you know what? I have to respect what they want. And at the end of the day, and like I've always said to them, my main goal is to make sure you're happy. And you know what? If this makes them happy, it's fine. They also said that this wasn't like a permanent thing. I would have to do all that developing myself and then we could try again. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm just wondering what happened because I never stopped supporting them, whether it was for a career or a lifestyle or personal changes. I was all the way there with them. I was like, yes, tell me more about this new thing you found out about yourself. You want to start doing this? Here's some stuff to help you start doing that. You want to start working here, or this is how you want to live the rest of your life? Sure, I will make sure that whatever I do in my life helps you reach that goal. Again, I don't like, because I'm not that type to hold stuff over someone's head. That's not me. I don't ask you to pay me back if I buy you something, or I don't expect a thank you every single time because that's just what I want to do. It comes from my heart. It's just something I do. It's just how I was raised. You just do something because you want to do it, not because you want to get something out of it. And if I care for you, I'm gonna help you do whatever the fuck you want. But what I do expect is the same energy, and I don't mean you have to buy me shit when I ask you to want. I want you to also support me and love me and show me that you're there for me. And I don't know. Like I said before, I did not feel loved or supported before that, and now look, I support this person and what they are telling me to do and what they want to do. I'm giving them that space, but I have to do this by myself up here, and it's so hard because I'm a full-time electrical engineering student, and I'm not as social as I used to be in high school, which is funny because they say that um, I haven't changed anything, but I think I've changed a lot. And I don't know if they would. I don't know if that statement is entirely accurate because they were the type to check in on me every day, and I had some stuff I wanted to tell them that I was doing in a relationship that I was finding myself. It's just ironic. I wanted them to accept that part of me, but I didn't get to say it. Here I am now, 5 a.m. in the morning, 5:30 now. Jesus Christ, I talk a lot. What am I doing now? How should I fix this? And I know, uh, just based on what they said, I know a few things. Be a therapist for that. I don't got therapist money. So I guess I will go to the campus counselor. Maybe get on SSRIs. Try to have fun. I don't know how. I'm gonna make a workout plan because I'm kind of chopped. A healthy body and a healthy mind, right? I definitely want to have more stamina, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of cardio. I want nice legs. I've always liked my legs, and I want them to be nicer. And I'm not too crazy about having abs and like a huge chest, but I would like to get rid of the man boobage and the muffin top I have a little bit of. If I get abs and if I get a nice chest, perfect. And my arms, have a disability, so I only work out one arm efficiently. I have to figure out. Oh, I have a little hesitancy on working out the one arm. 'Cause not that I'm ashamed or anything, but I would just hate to get increased in questions because if one arm is really big, my other arm looks like is very small. Let's say it's not super small, but like if you are looking at me, you will notice it. But um, right now, if I just like have my hands in my pockets and have like a long sleeve, you probably wouldn't notice it. But I'm gonna try to get another club going, just a club to help people like me, not like me, but like other disabled people. And that's basically it. Work out, have fun, um, get better mentally, and help disabled people. Help disabled people. Oh yeah, and study and pass and all that stuff. I think my biggest fear, first of all, I don't know how long they want to be apart for. Definitely at least till I change, but they were also saying, maybe the relationship, the long distance relationship is not good for school. So 2 years at least. And I think my biggest fear is that whatever I do is not gonna be enough. I hate feeling helpless or stupid or played like a fool, and I feel like and um with the little information I have of what I should change or what they're looking for, um, and with all the time they have, they have more free time than me. They will they won't. I feel like they won't like me. I'm scared they won't like me. Even after all that time, I try to be better. And again, we're not beholden to each other right now. And like I said, if their happiness comes from something else, then that's fine. But I just need to know, you know, like I don't know what they want from me right now, exactly explicitly what they want and the things they have a problem with. They didn't say that. They didn't say what they had a problem with me, and they also didn't say that um, what they were looking for in a partner. They just said that I need to grow up and I need to grow into myself and I need to develop myself and I have a lot of potential and that this would be better if I had didn't have the stressors. That's all I got. Not, I don't like it when you do this, or I'm looking for someone who's like this. None of that. No. So if I come back, maybe I'm not going to be the person they want, or maybe they'll have someone in mind that they want. That's not me. And again, that's fine. It's just like I hope they tell me in advance. Oh, maybe someday down the line they update and give me more specific what they're looking for. I'm horribly heartbroken right now. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not without getting the relationship details. I'm not the perfect partner by any means, and I know I have my faults, and I know I'm wrong in a lot of areas, and I've been trying to work on this, and I have been working on it, and I've been doing better, but I guess it wasn't enough. I don't think it was ever enough. And like it's really hard when you try and you try and you think you're doing great and you think you're making progress and you think things will be different and you pour your time and love and support even at times where you shouldn't, and because you have school obligation or something, and then it feels like it amounts to nothing. um yeah, and I'm just heartbroken about that and how it led to this. And again, they said it wasn't my fault. It was a change in them and what they were doing. How much more are they going to change? And why can't I do anything about it? No matter what I do, why can't I do something about it, you know? What can you do? Nothing. Except in my scenario, just try to be better. But don't know what better looks like for them. This is somebody I would die for, somebody I'm living for right now. And maybe that's part of the problem. That maybe I don't have an identity of my own. I like to think that I do. And And I feel like in some way that I do have a bit of my own identity and what I like to do, but maybe it's not enough for them. Maybe, and nothing I could ever provide them right now is enough. And what can I do except cry, weep, and complain right now? This is absolute heartbreak after all these years, and somehow not the problem. It's just people are, I guess. Anyways, I hope to maybe upload these on a weekly basis, so I can, I don't know, feel better about what's happening, talk about what I've learned, what I did, um, maybe feel less alone. You know. Anyway, that's that's about it for now. So I will stop recording. Bye.